Every great empire in history has been built on something fundamental. For the Romans, it was land. For the British, trade. For Americans, oil. But the 21st century runs on something far smaller, the microchip. A tiny piece of silicon, thinner than paper, smaller than your fingernail. Yet inside it lies billions of microscopic circuits, the invisible brain behind modern civilization. Phones, cars, hospitals, banks, even missiles and satellites, all powered by these chips. And whoever controls them controls the modern world. At the center of this global puzzle lies Taiwan, producing over 90% of the world's most advanced semiconductors. The chips driving AI, quantum computing, and defense technology mostly come from this one place. So when leaders talk about protecting democracy, look closer, you might just see silicon beneath the slogans. China dreams of becoming self-reliant, no longer depending on Western technology. But the United States sees this as a threat to its dominance. So, the war began not with soldiers, but with sanctions. American companies were banned from exporting advanced chip-making tools to China, and Chinese firms were blacklisted. Taiwan's semiconductor industry, especially TSMC, became the world's most valuable geopolitical pawn. Factories replaced front lines, engineers replaced generals, yet the mission remained: control the world's next source of power. If every phone call, satellite, and defense system depends on chips, what happens if they stop flowing? Economies could halt, banks freeze, armies go blind. Cutting off microchips is the new form of warfare. That's why nations like Japan, India, the US, and Europe are pouring billions into building their own fabs, not for profit, but for survival. Imagine China taking control of Taiwan. No explosions, no chaos, but the ripple would be global. Overnight, Beijing would control the world's most advanced semiconductor infrastructure. Major economies would depend on a political rival for chips powering their militaries, AI, and economies. Markets could collapse, tech giants freeze production, defense systems face uncertainty. The balance of power would tilt through control, not conquest. It wouldn't just be a victory for China, it would be a rewiring of the global order itself. The microchip is no longer just technology, it's the new oil. Taiwan, like the Middle East once was, sits on the world's most valuable resource. But there's a difference. Oil-fueled cars, chips fuel intelligence, both human and artificial. This isn't just a technological race, it's a race for control over the world's mind. Every headline about Taiwan, every diplomatic visit, every trade restriction, it's all part of a silent struggle. A battle for who writes the next chapter of human progress. Wars are no longer about capturing land, they're about capturing supply chains. So next time you hear about tensions in the South China Sea, ask yourself, is this about politics or who controls modern civilization's lifeblood? The microchip is not just a product, it's power. And power, as history shows, always demands control. In this new world order, wars aren't always fought with guns. Sometimes, they're etched in silicon. The New World Order decoded. Think, don't react.